And welcome in, everyone, once again back to the Blake's Take studio here on the live stream for tonight's matchup between the Philomath Warriors of the girls and the the Sweethome Huskies. We saw the boys just destroy the Huskies, and we'll see if the girls can do the same. Currently ranked number one team in the state. Got a easy 20-point victory over the team who was supposed to be the second best in the Cascade Cougars. And so that set them up nicely for this matchup against the Sweet Huskies, who have only 7 players on their varsity roster compared to the Warriors, who have 12. So not many players in the program. So we'll see how they stand against the Warriors. Warriors got some new unis, which is interesting. It gave them some nice form last time they were on the court. K. Bacho, starter, senior on the roster. Sage Kramer, the power, the everything behind the Warriors, everything. She does everything. She's quite an amazing player. And then Abigail Brown, the most lethal paint threat, in 4A. And then Haley Couture, and along with Reagan Larson, both outside shooters. Warriors last time they were here at home had quite the performance with several shots from beyond the arc. And we'll see if they keep shooting or if they try and work inside with Brown a little bit more. They're a very well diversified team. So here we are at tip off of tonight's game. Huskies and Warriors. Here we go, everyone. Kramer will be there for the tip off. And there she is. It'll be the Huskies ball. Having some technical problems here. Get it figured out real quick. There we go. That's better. And so here are the Huskies. And so now it's the Warriors ball after they get a steal. But Kramer will make a uncharacteristic turnover and a foul to start the game. Interesting way to start this one. So now here are the Huskies with the long ball from Brooke Burke. With a nice three-pointer. So I said beyond the arc, but guess it's for the Huskies. And looking for a response was Couture with her own three-pointer. But they'll reset the offense. And now Larson looking inside for Brown, won't get it. And Kay Bacha looking to drive, but it'll be fouled by Mercedes Burks. And Bacha now, Larson outside for three. Short, but it'll be tipped up by Kramer. Gets her own rebound and will draw the foul. So she'll go to the line. So Warriors a little out of sorts here. Getting a little jitters out. And now Kramer will get in the groove with her first points of the game and the Warriors' first points of the game. Gets her own rebound, pull-up jumper, and that'll drop for two, and just like that, it's tie game. Couture bringing the defensive pressure. We'll see how, just saw a very outstanding defensive presence from the boys. We'll see how the girls bring the attack as well on the defensive side of the ball. Top of the key now is Burke, but stolen by Kramer. She'll push the pace. Easy lay for the finish. And bursts away for the two-pointer there. And here now inside is Fairchild. It'll be tipped off the fingers of Larson, so it'll stay Huskies ball. Chloe Fairchild checks it in, and Burke will be from outside, and she'll hit it again. Brooke Burke, some nice shots from the outside. Two triples. Bacho, mid-range. Won't go. Rebounded by Larson. Looking to clear it away. On the ground now, scramble position. And now we have Brown, who's called for the charge. And so here now is Burke. Bacho traps her up a little bit. And now here she is in a trap. But the Huskies escape. But it'll be thrown away by Mercedes Burks. That's a tough one. Mercedes Burks and then Brooke Burke, singular. Hopefully I don't get those two confused tonight. And so Bacho tries to look over the top for Kramer, but in the way will be Kaylin Maymack. Kramer will take it out. And we'll swing it back to Kramer. Shoot a three, and she'll hit it. Kramer with all 8 of the Warriors' first points. And they have the lead now. And so now Burke. Now Fairchild back to Burke. Warriors finding their rhythm defensively, getting settled in. And stolen away by Kramer. Warriors now pushing the pace up the court. And Couture will recover the ball, but won't be able to finish. And now here come the Huskies. Burke slowing it down, looking to set up the offense now. Swinging it back and forth. They look in the corner now. Looking inside for Fairchild, but it'll be tipped off her foot and result in a white ball. So Kay Botchel will now check out. And Ingrid Holesto started for the majority of the beginning of the season, but then came down with an injury, is now back in the court. Ready. She's such a great defender. It's such a incredible part of this defensive team. And so we'll see how she makes an impact now. Couture looking for Kramer. Kramer now drives baseline, pull up on the baseline. That will be short. And it'll be rebounded by Maymack. And Burke for 3. But it will miss. Just short, though. Lots of confidence. Much more confidence than the boys were taking. We saw the boys probably put up less than 20 shots the entire game. Granted, the Warriors' defense was much better in the boys' game. But here now is Reagan Larson for 3. She gets a wide open look, but it'll miss too far. But it'll be recovered by Sage Kramer. Thought about one there. She pulls the trigger now, but it'll be up and off the rim. So Warriors not able to buy a bucket quite yet as of recent. And so now from three, it's number 22, Adria Slutel. Kramer inside out to Larson. And over the top now to Abigail Brown inside for a nice pass and nice finish to get the quick two for Brown's first points of the night. Warriors bringing the pressure now. And so before the steal happens, the Huskies will call a timeout as the Warriors closer than expected in a 4-point game right now. They lead 10-6. So not getting good looks from outside, but not as hot as they were, I should say, on against Staten. As that game, they hit 12 shots from beyond the arc, but it's still early life here in Philomath. Just 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. And we'll see how the Warriors ramp it up. So it'll still be Husky ball here, 2:07 left. And so here's Burks. Burke driving on Halesto. Tipped away by Kramer on the breakaway steal. Up for the left-handed finish. And now Kramer has scored 10 of the 12 points for the Warriors in this first quarter. Burke has been carrying her team as well with all 6 points for the Huskies. See if any of the other teammates want to get involved. Almost thought from a deep one, but she'll stay within her means. Tries to throw a bullet over, but it'll be stripped away by Kramer. Great defender as well as an offensive player. And so now Bia Bennett gives it back to Haley Couture. Couture looks to set things up. Kramer on the edge from three. That'll be too short, but rebounded by Bennett. Will throw it back out to Kramer. Kramer will give it up to Couture. And now Bennett. Kramer tries again. Still won't connect from beyond the arc. But shooters will keep on shooting. And so now Burke looking to get something going back for the Huskies. Inside now on Brown was Slutel, but it'll miss too far. Bennett gives it back. Warriors swinging it around. Couture takes a three, and that'll miss as well. Warriors shooting, but just not hitting. Seems to be the issue right now. 7.8 seconds left here. Warriors going to look to get a last second look. Brown over the top to Kramer. Puts up a shot, more of a pass. And now got to get something off, but lost track of the time. And so much closer than expected is this game. Only 6 points is the advantage for the Warriors, 12-6 after one. Lots of good looks, but just the looks wouldn't seem to drop. So hopefully those shots will eventually stop dropping. And Kramer already has double digits, of course, but shooters just keep on shooting. That's the saying. So, but how about Brooke Burke? Some confident shots from beyond the arc. It's what I kind of noticed about girls basketball as opposed to boys basketball, at least at this level. This level, at least in the Oregon West Conference, as far as I see, you see a lot more physical drives, mid-range jumpers, and so forth. But girls, it's all about the three-point game. They love it from the outside, and they just keep on shooting them. So we'll see if some of them start to hit. 12-6 is the score. Warriors lead as the second quarter is now underway. It'll be Warriors ball to start. Larson looking inside for Brown. Gets an inside look, and she'll finish. Maybe that'll be the strategy for the Warriors here. Take the low-hanging fruit, as Sherm always says. And a carry will now be called on Maymack. Giving the Warriors the ball back. Maymack gives the Warriors the ball back. And looking over the top was Larson for Halesto, but it'll be stolen away by Maymack. Maymack loses the ball to Kramer, and Kramer will push up the court behind the back, look up for the finish, and then she'll draw the foul, which will send her to the line for two. So Warriors pushing towards the basket in this second quarter as opposed to shooting from outside. And that might just be the key to their success as far as building a cushion. And so now Fairchild will check back into the game for Maja Bitter. Kramer will connect on both of the free throws. And so now Ingrid Olesto playing the role of the trap right now at the top of the key. But looking inside are the Huskies as well. And now Slutel is blocked by Brown. And push up the court now are the Warriors. Kramer trying to swing it around to Halesto, but it'll land right in the hands of Burks. And it's back and forth. Warriors trading the ball off. And now they'll finally get it to Halesto, and she'll get the bucket. That's the look they wanted. Keep on trying it. You'll eventually get it. Warriors looking to try and get a jump ball there, but won't get it. And Burke will finally shoot a three, but that one will be short and land in the hands of Kramer for the rebound. She now pushes up the court, pull up on a dime. That'll be too far, but rebounded by Brown. Goes up strong, trying to draw the foul, but won't get it. And it will be Husky ball. And so now checking into the game are the Warriors. First player off the bench for Brown will be Cassidy Lewis, and Mia Bennett will check out of the game, and Haley Couture will check back into the game. Couture had a breakout performance of 16 points after a recent shooting slump. Not scoring many of those points, playing a different role defensively and what have you. But she had a breakout performance from beyond the arc, and we'll see if she'll get it going again tonight. Along with Kramer, of course, with her 6 3-pointers on last Tuesday as well. And for three, it's Zutel, highly contested. That'll be way too far off the glass. And Kramer, pump fake. Won't get that one to go. Just not getting their looks to go tonight. Here's Burke. Burke drives, but appears to be blocked by Halesto, but it'll be called for a foul. Looking for the defensive stop, but it'll send Burke to the line. So Warriors defense still strong. while their offense tries to get things figured out. First time they allowed an opponent to score over 34 points was in that Staten game where they scored at 36 on the Warriors. But otherwise, the Warriors have been a dominant defensive team and a fairly dominant offensive team as well. Just are struggling to find the bottom of the basket tonight. So now we have Larson trying to get something, but it'll be off to the left. But it'll be rebounded by Bacho. Now Lewis is inside. Gives it up to Larson. Larson swings it over to Bacho. Bacho tries to pull up, but it'll be blocked. And now scrambling on the bottom of the court, and it'll be out off the Huskies. So a little bit rowdy here tonight. A little bit more rowdy than I said for the boys' game. And so now there's an offensive foul. Much rowdier tonight than the boys' game. Much calmer. But that's, yes, that's part of what being the late game is now. So now Warriors picking up the pace defensively. Bacho after the tip off of Ingrid Holesto. Couture, look inside, won't go. And Sotel looks for the steal, but it'll be off the hands of Larson, so turnover for the Warriors again. And so now Burks for three. That'll be too far and rebounded by Bacho, but she'll give it right back to the Huskies after it just slips out of her hands. And now Kramer will try and, after some recovery, see if she'll get dialed back in with her shooting as she checks in for Holesto, who was doing good at the top of the key with her defensive presence. So Fairchild looks inside for Sotel. And from Burke to Burks. And Larson will strip it away. And so, well-used timeout for the Huskies. Warriors have yet to use a timeout as they do have the lead, but probably should get some things fixed up. But I guess they'll wait till halftime to do that. As they do have a 10-point advantage, but many were expecting the Warriors to be leading by more than just this slim margin thus far. So here we are. Huskies still competing in this game with the Warriors with 3:36 left here in the second quarter. And now nice deep by the Warriors. Couture playing aggressive. And so the Warriors have been called for more fouls than usual. 5 team fouls and are encroaching on bonus. So now for three is Burke. That'll miss. Sotel gets stripped away by Lewis. Burke now trapped on the edge. Inside is Sotel from the free throw line, and she'll get that one. make it a single-digit lead. Couture over to Kramer, over to Bacho. Backside cut. Kramer inside, won't go, but now will get her own rebound and get those points there to give her a little bit of confidence to break the shooting slump there. And stripped away by Bacho on the defense. And here's Larson pushing the pace and Couture on the edge. Kramer, long ball. She'll hit that one, and here comes Sage Kramer starting to heat up a little bit. And stripped away by Kramer, breakaway. Up inside for the layup. And Kramer definitely out of her shooting slump now with a quick 7 points there. Such an efficient score. Because when she's on her game, she's on her game. Slatel, right side of the rim, won't go. Rebounded by Burke. Right there, it's a follow with the finish. So now here's Bacho inside for Lewis, but Lewis will get that stripped away by the Husky D. Warriors going man-to-man now. And stripped away by Kramer yet again. Has quite a performance on the defensive end. Gets a nice pass to Larson, but she'll be saved by Kramer for the bucket. And timeout well taken for the Warriors after Kramer gets herself back on track. And when Kramer's on track, the Warriors are on track, which is always a great thing. So Warriors extend their lead now to 15 points. Much more comfortable than that 8-point lead they had just a minute ago. So a minute to go here in the second quarter as we encroach on halftime. Warriors cheer team has their always so good to come out and bring the energy. They'll be having their own competitions up this upcoming month with their districts and state tournaments. So good luck to them in that, as well as our Shining Stars dance team, who normally performs on Friday nights but is not here tonight. They're always fun to watch. They've been on the Blake's Take live stream here a couple times. Oh, here come the Warriors out of nowhere with a strong defensive force. And Burke at the top of the key looking for anything. Burke will pull a three, contested, roll around the rim, and it'll be into the hands of Larson. Over to Kramer, another three, and she'll hit that one again. Sage Kramer is on fire. Warriors double high in this zone, 2-3. And Huskies looking to take advantage on the baseline with Maymack driving and drawing the foul. So an aggressive 2-3 here I'd like to see from the Warriors here to end the half. So Warriors definitely have the momentum back in their favor after Kramer has been fire on this late stretch with her 12 points in just this final 2 minutes, really. So got her mojo back. That's always good to see. And so that miss will result in another foul on the ground, which will send the Warriors to 7 fouls, which will put them in bonus. So now the Huskies will shoot 1-1. And Bacho check in for Larson to end off the half. Burks will connect with the first. And she'll get the second as well as the lead now dwindles to 16. Warriors weren't able to get a shot at the end of the first. We'll see if they can get one at the second. Kramer, none other. And outside shot is from the buzzer is Clara Stanley, the 10th grade sophomore, with some not normally seeing her get a ton of minutes, but she comes out for the big shot at the end of the half as the Warriors now have a 18-point lead thanks to Kramer and, of course, that final shot by Stanley. So much better momentum to end that half. It was looking rough there for a minute with how many shots the Warriors were missing, but now Warriors are back in the comfortable spot where they like to be. 32-14 is the score at half. We'll see if they can keep this hot streak going into the second half. Warriors pep band may be small tonight, but it is mighty. We even got some alums in there with Derek Thompson up in there, I see. Good friend of ours. And Micah Matthews with the big trombone. They're always entertaining and such a great competitor at the state level as well. They're state champions a few years ago. The performing arts is truly something special here and something we take pride in here at Philomath High School. And so they're one of the best in the state, and we love to have them as a part of our school. And so, as far as recent national news, we've all heard about the Brian Flores situation and the inequality in head coaching and the hiring process of the NFL. And so Flores, after recently being fired, which I was surprised the Dolphins did fire him after he won 8 of the last 9 games to put them in position to be in the playoffs. Just unfortunately, the cards weren't in for them for this season. But, I mean, he at least got them back in it after a 1-7 start. They got 7 straight wins. They end up with a winning record and a chance at a playoffs. So I'm not sure why the Dolphins necessarily fired him after all he did to get him back into a position to succeed. But he was offered back in the 2019 season $100,000 per game to lose in an attempt we subtly know as tanking. Of course, teams want to get the higher draft picks, and only way you can get higher draft picks is if you have the lowest record. And I guess that's what the Dolphins were striving for a few years ago. It obviously didn't work as Flores took pride in his team and tried to help them win. And then other accusations are coming out of Hugh Jackson, who is also claimed to have been incentivized to lose with his $100,000 losses, $100,000 per loss. But there is an inequality at the national level right now in the National Football League. Just one black head coach. And it is something that we should definitely consider and look at this Black History Month. Here we have in February. As there's just one black head coach in the NFL currently with the great Mike Tomlin. and all of the owners are white and GMs are white, and so it's just something to take in consideration. Obviously, the most quality candidate will win, but sometimes that quality candidate has been a black person and they have not been the candidate who's got the job. And so we'll see how this lawsuit turns out for Brian Flores against the NFL. The NFL claims that there's no merit behind his claims, which is interesting to hear, considering all that has gone down and all that the lack of coaching hirings and lack of opportunity for these black head coaches who stand a fair chance. And Kansas City's offensive coordinator deserves as good of a chance as anybody to get a head coaching job. There's just so many guys out there, so much black excellence out there, and has yet to be found in the NFL. And so I say we take a deep look at that this upcoming month in February as we honor Black History Month. It should be interesting to see what movement this lawsuit makes. And so that's really what the NFL has been dealing with lately. But of course, the main event on stage for the NFL is the upcoming Super Bowl between the Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. Both are 4 seeds. It's the first time that the top 2 seeds have not met in the Super Bowl in a while. And so it should be an interesting game. Rams definitely have the home field, home crowd advantage, but the Bengals do not care. They have gone in to hostile environments like Tennessee and Arrowhead Stadium this season, have taken down some of the best talent in the game, and their defense has really been what has impressed me with their lockdown defense against against the Chiefs in Arrowhead, in the second half of the AFC Championship game, and then the lockdown defense against Tennessee, shutting down Derrick Henry, holding him to just 63 yards in that game. So the Rams are a well diversified, well schemed offense. One of the best minds in the game is Sean McVay, and Matthew Stafford has been impressing with his opportunity to finally be on a winning team with great surrounding pieces. And one of their greatest additions this season, midway through the season, right as Robert Woods got hurt, they added OBJ, and OBJ has been quite amazing to say the least this postseason, with 19 receptions for 236 yards to keep the offense rolling, along with a touchdown. And then, of course, none other than Cooper Kupp, who is having a historic season, having the most all-purpose receiving yards ever. And he's putting on quite the case to possibly be Super Bowl MVP if he puts on the performance that he did in the AFC Championship game, where he had 2 touchdowns and was the leading receiver. He is just a great skilled player who finds a way to get open, finds a way to get his quarterback to get the ball to him. But the Bengals, don't underestimate them as well. I've told you all time and time again to not underestimate the power of Joe Burrow. He has a chip on his shoulder. He's had one since college when he didn't get the starting job at Ohio State, and then transferred over to LSU, won the national championship by a dominant way, and now he is on his way to the Super Bowl in his sophomore campaign, along with several teammates from the LSU roster, including his most important one, Jamar Chase, who out wide has been a very nice target for him, along with T. Higgins. And then, of course, the veteran Joe Mixon, who has been in Cincinnati forever, waiting for his time to come. And it's Cincinnati's time, I believe it is. I think they share a fair chance to come into L.A. We saw Tampa Bay win at home last year in their home stadium by a wide margin. I will see how much the home field advantage plays a factor in this Super Bowl, but Cincinnati has proved to be able to come into hostile situations and not be phased and to stick true to their core values. They came into the playoffs, nothing to lose. They won the AFC North and beat the Chiefs to clinch the AFC North, clinch the AFC as well. And so it should be an interesting game. A young, aspiring stars on the Bengals and veteran talent like Cooper Cup and Matthew Stafford and Odell Beckham Jr. And then, of course, the Rams defense, also a veteran lineup with Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald and Von Miller. So we'll see if experience will be the advantage over young talent. Which one will be better? We'll have to wait and see. And we'll see how the second half turns out for the Warriors as the clock winds down here at the end of halftime. They lead 32 to 14 right now, and we'll see how if they can continue their hot streak that they ended the half with into this third quarter. Back in 20 seconds. So big thanks to the cheer team and the pep band for the halftime performance, but we're back to basketball now. We got Husky ball first, and Burke will be looking to set things up for them as she did in the first half, and Slutel will get the first points of the half. Kramer throws it cross court, but no, nice pass from Bacho, but Kramer will not be able to finish. Warriors take some risky passes on the backside cut, but when they connect, it's a good look. And now, stuck in the tracks are the Huskies. Warriors doing softy man D right now. And Sotel with the jumper. Sotel has been putting on quite nice start to the first half. Second half, I believe. And now Kramer puts up her first shot of the half, but it'll be too far. It'll be rebounded by Bacho and goes up now is Couture, short. Scrambling on the ground. She'll tip it back in, but it'll land in the hands of Burke. And so the Warriors cooling down a little bit to start the second half. And so now here are the Huskies swinging the ball around. Slutel out on the edge with Brown. Looks inside for Maymack, who is fouled by Kramer over the back, and she'll go to the line. And so while we saw a clean, very moving game, clock just kept moving the entire game. We saw a quick, fast game with the Warriors and the boys. Girls' game has been a little more physical and a little more foul heavy. So off the rim is now rebounded by Kramer. She'll push the pace up the court. She'll pull up a three, but it'll be off of everything. Bacho attempted to rebound it, and a jump ball will be called. Interesting call there by the ref, as no one appeared to really have possession, but it'll be Warriors ball, so we'll take it. And so now Couture looks inside for Brown, but it's highly contested. So it'll be another turnover for the Warriors. Huskies have started on a 4-0 run to start, and we'll keep it going. Maymack, too far off the glass, and now Here is Kramer pushing the pace up the court. Throws it up to Bacho. Bacho looks to finish inside, but she won't get it. So looking to be like the first half. So Warriors struggle to get in rhythm, and once they do, it'll be good to go. So after the missed shot by Burke, the Warriors now put the pressure on. Over the top is Bacho looking for Larson, and continuous turnovers continue to haunt the Warriors as they have yet to get a bucket in this second half. Maymack on the drive, off the side of the rim, rebounded by Kramer and into the hands of Couture. Looking inside now for Brown, up with the left hand and the finish. Just take the gifts they're given, and Brown finishes inside for the nice two. And now up and under is Fairchild, but it'll be short off the side of the backboard. Larson over to Kramer. Inside now is Brown, who looked to dribble, but there was no need. Kramer tries to strip it away, and it'll be a jump ball resulting in a Huskies possession. So now Warriors will try and get some production off their bench as Bennett and Alesto check in for Bacho and Couture. And Slatel, a little hesitant in her three-point shot, but she'll be able to shoot 3 free throws as Alesto gets a little antsy and fouls her. So Warriors not playing the cleanest basketball tonight. I'm not going to lie. They are capable of much better than this, and luckily it's a lesser opponent, so it's not too worrisome at the moment, but they are the number 1 team in the state, and they'll figure things out. But we'll see how they adjust from here. It's been kind of an off night for everyone on the Warriors squad, including Kramer. She's had her hot stretches. She had her cold stretches as well. So Huskies have started this half on a 5-2 run. Kramer now fakes the three, kicks it over to Larson. Larson tries to get one, but it won't go, and it'll be tipped up in the air and landed Slatel, who will get the rebound. And Bennett on the defense on the edge. And Slatel. Huskies swing it back around. Looking inside for Slatel. Trying to go up strong on Brown. Bennett looking to help. And Kramer will be called for a hand check violation. So that's Kramer's third personal. 2 left to give, so she'll have to watch out for that. 3 terrible team fouls. Here's Burke for 3. Surprising no call there. But that'll miss everything. So now Kramer goes coast to coast and gets the quick 2 to try and spark some momentum for the Warriors and get out of this cold stretch. And another steal by Kramer. And she'll drive and draw the block, and which will send her to the line for 2. And so now Kramer looking to continue to help the Warriors climb out of the cold stretch, but won't connect on her free throw. From While Kramer may score in double digits every night and put up 20 a game or 25 a game or so, you can tell when she has her off nights, and tonight's one of those nights. So now here are the Huskies. Slotel, middle of the key now, looking to drive. And way beyond the arc is Burke. He'll get that one to hit. As the Huskies now shorten the lead to 15. And Bennett looking inside for Brown. Alesto trying to scramble on the ground for the ball, and it'll be jump ball, which will result in the Warriors' possession. So now Cassie Lewis will check in for Abigail Brown. Brown is doing her best to hold her own inside. So Warriors will take it out on the baseline. Larson in the corner. Kicks it up top. Kramer, good look from three. She'll take it and she'll hit it. And slowly but surely, she's finding her rhythm. Kramer, another steal. Even when she has her not so great nights offensively, Kramer is still an elite defender. We cannot forget that part of her game. She'll check out now to take a little rest break and cover a little bit. She's such an outstanding defender. I bet she has 6 or 7 steals on tonight. For three, it's Littell off the side of the left. And Huskies still playing hardcore defense, and they'll get the ball right back after it's stripped away from Larson. Littell stripped from Bennett. And it'll be a foul on the Huskies. So now Littell will take a break after sure. She had a nice third quarter. This third quarter, I was impressed with her play. So Madison Duncan will now come into the game. Larson for three, and she'll be fouled. So she'll shoot 3 free throws. Warriors haven't been great on their free throws tonight, but we'll see if Larson can connect here. Larson, not a bad three-point shooter herself when she's on her game. But she runs this offense for the Warriors. She's such a critical leader, senior on this senior heavy squad for the Warriors. And man, oh man. The Warriors are going to lay it all out on the line this year for sure as they approach the playoffs. But these seniors come up short so many times of a state championship. I mean, so their sophomore year, COVID canceled their hopes and dreams of claiming that state title. Last year, came up short, just short, in the state finals to Hidden Valley. Got second to them. So now they're looking to make this year their year. So thanks to Kramer, the lead's back up to 20 as the third quarter winds down. So Tell already back in the game, and she'll get a bucket. Haven't found an answer for her yet. And so now clock winding down. Bennett will pull a shot from well beyond the arc, and another look, but shot will get off. Not in time from Larson, as it is an 18-point Warrior lead as we head into the fourth and final quarter, 42-24. And a low-scoring third quarter for the Warriors. Just 8 points in total. Similar to the first quarter, where the Warriors scored 8 points in total. And the Warriors tuned it up in the second quarter, where they scored 26 points. So we'll see how they go about the fourth quarter and see if they can find life again offensively. Defense hasn't been an issue. For the most part, Warriors have held the Huskies to minimal points, but the third quarter got a little away from them, and we'll see if they can dial it up more again, turn it up a notch, and hold yet another opponent to under 35 points. And so it'll be Husky ball to start the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, excuse me. And Maymack on the edge and swinging around are the Huskies. Sattel, baseline drive, but she'll throw it off her hands and off the officials. So now it'll be the Warriors who are looking to get themselves going as well. Kramer, shot from beyond the arc, tips up and won't go though. So here's Burke with Kramer Gardner. Tyron on the edge, guarding Maymack. Lewis guarding Slatel inside, and she'll be fouled by, I believe, Tyron. Yeah, it would be Tyron coming to help on the backside. So Slatel has really been after that nice couple of 3-pointers from Burke. She has not been able to find the bottom of the basket tonight as far as the rest of the game, but Slatel has. They got her going, and she's been doing well, keeping the Huskies alive. And so Bacho on the edge now. Throws it across, and Lewis up inside. That'll miss, but it'll be rebounded by Sage. Swings across court. Couture with the nice pass to Lewis, but Lewis will miss that. So now here are the Huskies. And now Burke will shoot a three, and it'll miss everything, though. It's a little too far for her range. On the edge, Kramer decides not to take it. Tyron inside for Lewis, but it'll once again be stripped away by Slatel. Slatel as well has been a strong defender tonight. He's really been the Huskies' only form of hope tonight. And now she's taking it up at the top of the key. Maymack now looking to get going down low. Slatel will pull a three. In and out like a toilet bowl. They swing it over the Warriors. To Kramer from Bacho. Bacho over to Couture. And Couture looking for Kramer, but it'll be stripped away by Burke. Burke pull up on a dime, and it'll miss everything but the net. And so now we have two starters checking back in. The Brown for Lewis and Larson for Tyron. So all the starters back into the game. Looking to finish this game off strong on the right note. Here's Kramer liking to get a good note to finish, but that'll miss off the back of the rim. And a foul called on Larson. Foul heavy game for the Warriors, more than usual. So that's the fifth team foul for the Warriors and third personal for Larson. And pull up three is Burks again, but it'll be short. Just pulling a little too far from her range. And Larson trying to look for Kramer and Brown at the same time. Neither one knew which one was coming to them, so that will result in a turnover. And now Burke. Warriors still playing solid defense. Kramer still going as hard as ever, looking for a steal. I'm telling you, she might have a double-double tonight with just steals and points alone. Sweethome. Stripped away by Couture. Couture on the drive. Stops. Pull up from the block. And Kramer rebounds it up and under on the left, and she'll be fouled and go to the line for two.
Yeah, that's a travel.
And so Couture's stop on the block won't work, but Kramer will be there to spot her teammates.
Rick.
And so Kramer will hit the second after it's been sort of a 50-50 kind of night from the free throw line for all the Warriors. Inside is Littell, double teamed. And so now here come the Warriors. Kramer dishes out to Bacho. Bacho will pump fake and back over to Larson. Cross court to Kramer. Kramer will pull one for three, and it'll be too far. And back into the hands of Maymack and the Huskies. And the Warriors definitely don't have that hot touch tonight from beyond the arc. It's been a struggle, to say the least. But the defense has still been there, as it always is, and blocked by Brown and into the hands of Larson. Inside now. Warriors going to look and get a look.
Are you serious?
And Brown will now draw the foul and send her to the line. She'll shoot two. And there we go. The Warriors get a free throw hit. And so now we have a member we haven't heard so much on this roster for the Warriors. So Brown hits both of her free throws. Good news for the Warriors. And Couture continues to put the pressure on in the front court.
Dribble the ball.
Littell looking to work on Brown. But it'll be a jump ball.
Where is that a jump ball?
And it'll be a jump ball and result in the Warriors ball. There has been some interesting calls by the officials tonight. And now Kramer for three, but still can't buy one. But Brown will go up and be fouled and send it to the line once again. And so it doesn't appear. Trying to figure out who this young girl is who checked into the game. It doesn't appear she's listed on the roster. I'll have to find that out. I'll bring that next time on stream to give her kudos. Right now, we got 2 minutes left in this game. 46-26 is the lead right now for the Warriors. Have maintained a consistent advantage, due in large part mainly to their defense, who has carried their struggling offense through the night tonight. And so, Warriors will look to regroup after a great win over Cascade. This one was a little bit underwhelming, to say the least, as a win's a win, of course, but it doesn't always come in the prettiest of ways. And so here we are. Both teams playing a physical, scrappy game tonight, much more than the boys. Boys, I believe, only combined for 3 fouls in that second half. These two teams have combined for 11, with Huskies on the verge of bonus. And off the hands of the Huskies and into the hands of the Warriors. Couture over outside. And Abigail Brown puts up a shot, rebounded by Kramer, and she'll get a two to drop. Wasn't able to get the threes, but got a little lay in there. Okay, the Huskies looking to get one last offensive push. Slatel. And Burke from three. That's a little more in her range. But she'll draw the foul. And she'll go to the line off Haley Couture. So that'll be Couture's, at least, second personal. Warriors have 6 fouls in total now. Both teams on the verge of bonus. Let's hope they'll not go there. It's just a minute left in the game. But it appears as though the Warriors will make a full lineup switch for the final minute of the game. And so here they come. We got the starters coming out and the reserves coming in to get some final reps and see if they can hold the Huskies under that 35-point mark. That's the goal for the Warriors, and we'll see if they can get over the 50-point mark offensively. That's usually the two marks the Warriors like to hit. And so timeout will be taken by the Huskies. We'll try and keep the Warriors from hitting their goals for tonight's game. Obviously, not hit everyone tonight, but the most important one is just getting the win. And the Warriors will get that, but we'll definitely have to pick things up going into next week as they continue to dive deeper and deeper into this league schedule. But just the basket wasn't on the side of the Warriors tonight. But they were able to do just enough with their defense and to keep themselves in it, and they're able to get shots to here and there. But as far as shot percentage, make to miss ratio has been poor. Who's number 4? Elia? Elia? All right, so I just got number 4's name, Elia. That's her name. So Elia will drive, but it'll be stripped away. And Elia will be called for the foul on the drive, so that'll put the Warriors in bonus. Not the way they want to finish. So Warriors future of the program. There are only 3 underclassmen listed on the varsity roster. And there are 5 seniors, so they lose a lot of their presence. Kelly for 3. Miss off the mark. But Ben Silva, a great longtime coach, assistant for the Warriors boys team. And he's done a great job with the girls thus far. And I wish him the best of luck as he continues to lead these girls into positions to win a championship. Desperation heave there at the end. And Burke will get it. And that'll be the way this game will end. Burke will end on a high note, but the Huskies will end on a low note as the Warriors do hit their goal of holding the Huskies under 35 points just barely. They score 34. And the Warriors win it 48-34. A 12-point victory. Not the cleanest of games, not the best of wins for the Warriors, but as we say, a win's a win, and the Warriors will just regroup and try and come out stronger next week and hopefully find the bottom of the basket and get their shots to start dropping. But glad both Warriors win tonight, and I hope you all have a great weekend. You can keep up on to date on all that's going on in the sports world here on Blake's Take on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube. I'd appreciate if you subscribe and like to stay up to date on all that goes on. And I will see you all soon. Have a great night, everyone. Go Warriors.